Daveyton is calm this evening. Angry residents are taking the fight against gangsterism in the area into their own hands. They necklaced a suspected gang member, and another is in hospital fighting for his life tonight. Let's take you live to our reporter, Slindelo Masikane, who's out there for us. Good evening, Slindelo. Perhaps give us a sense of what the state of affairs is in Daveyton, especially when it comes to the police presence. This is an area where they've really had to show up given the events of the last 48 hours.
Certainly, Kathy, it's quite a calm evening, I must say, here in Daveyton. Of course, there was a bit of panic earlier on following several messages that were doing the rounds on social media, warning residents here in Daveyton that by 6 latest 8 o'clock tonight, they were meant to be indoors and ensure that they are not on the streets because there was going to be a blood bath. It was dubbed Blood Friday here in Daveyton, and so of course this afternoon, following a meeting with community structures by government, MEC Panyaza Lesufi, that's the Gauteng Education MEC, as well as the Community Safety MEC Sizakele Nkosi Malobane, did make their rounds throughout the area and did engage the community, assuring them that law enforcement would be out in full force and in their numbers here in Daveyton this evening and for the next couple of days. And so to that promise, that is exactly what is happening here in Daveyton. We've got public order police, we've got SWAT, we've got the K9 unit, we've got EMPD, as well as the police that have been patrolling the area from as early as this afternoon. And as you can see, I'm just going to move out of shot and ask Mbuzeni to just show you exactly what we're seeing. As you can see, it's really business as usual. We've got cars coming in and out. We've got the police patrolling the area. Not much activity really. I think the warnings that we saw on social media that people should stay indoors, I think those the people really heeded those calls. And I think for a Friday night here in Daveyton, it is very quiet. And I think just for safety and to be cautious, people are remaining indoors.
And of course, Slee, part of the response that we're seeing from the officials now is as a result of what is really the root problem here, the gangsterism that we've seen, how it has affected schools in that area, to the extent that, you know, even the education MEC is saying that the police need to ensure that they help them fight the scourge of gangsterism in that area. So to the extent that that problem would exist beyond tonight, are you getting a sense that there are more long-term solutions that will come out of this presence, or is it merely just dealing with what they have to now?
I think at this stage, the issue of keeping a high police presence is quite a high priority because, as you could see, the situation remains calm. I think around this time we would have expected large groups of community members probably going around and doing what they've been doing for the past couple of days now, trying to hunt down suspected gang members. And of course, what we've seen throughout this week is that these hunts are now leading to schools. These mobs are going to the schools and trying to suss out who these gang members are with the intention of hurting them and attacking them. As we've seen that we've seen a resurrection of necklacing in this area, and this is not new to Ekurhuleni. In fact, about 2 to 3 years ago in 2015, there was a similar situation that arose. Now, the police have, of course, instituted a high-level task team that we expect for the next couple of weeks to be dealing with this issue, investigating and trying to root out these gangs that are said to be terrorizing the community of Daveyton, said to be responsible for a number of crimes as well as murders in the area. So, of course, the situation has gotten to this point because the community does feel that the police have not been doing enough, and so they feel that they have to take the law into their own hands. And of course, government has really called for calm and called for the community not to engage in mob justice, because not only are are the learners now afraid to go to school? But this has the potential of affecting matriculants who are due to write their preliminary exams in the next couple of weeks. So the police will remain on high alert, and we do expect this high-level task team to come out with some results.
All right, Slindelo, that's where we leave it for tonight. Slindelo's out in Daveyton for us. We'll have more news when we continue. Stay with us.